big incident on the weekend with Taylor. I guess firstly, how is he and how's the club kind of supporting him at the moment?
Yeah, Taylor's fine. He was obviously taken to hospital, released early Sunday morning, spoke to him Sunday, and now it's a matter of Taylor and the New South Wales Police as well.
Does he have any ongoing issues? You didn't see him in the team photo today, nor Brody at that?
Yeah, well, we've had a couple of players that have been concussed from incidents. So part of that is protocols and some time away, just make sure that they can recover. They're all going well. It's just now a matter of making sure that they can continue through that process like they would a footy incident or something that happened off field.
How is Taylor tracking? Obviously, he had that Achilles tendon tear. How far off is he?
Oh, he's probably halfway through his rehab. So, he'd spent a lot of time getting back to getting on the training track and following that program intensely. So he'll take a few days. We'll keep monitoring, make sure everything's okay, and he'll progress according to how he's feeling.
And you say halfway through, how many months is that?
He was always going to be a sort of a 12-week injury or so. It was quite unique, that injury. So the time frame was always going to be sketchy with when we could get back. He's been doing a heap of off legs and building into a running program. So hopefully he's back within the group within a couple of weeks.
Dean, this club has a really great reputation for the care you give to players pastorally. Just wondering specifically, how are you supporting Dean? Supporting Taylor? I know that you said you've spoken to him, but just what are you doing as a club to really get around him at a difficult time? From as soon as the incident happens, Leon, Kirky, myself were made aware of the incident. And then the conversations we have with, obviously, Taylor, Ellie, his wife, and the surrounding people, at the football club is something that we addressed as soon as we come in Monday morning. Yes, you're exactly right. We are a football club that support our own, and we do that immensely. We make sure that everything's good at home, everything's fine with Ellie, and provide as much as we possibly can. And that's constant dialogue, that's visits, that's some other stuff that we also do. So we'll continue to do that, and just go across the guidance of how Taylor's feeling.
You built a case of wrong place, wrong time?
He was out the front trying to go home. So, now it's a matter of dealing with the New South Wales Police and Taylor going through that process as well.
You've also built a really great leadership group in terms of your first year here, that culture of being there for each other. In terms of how, not just you as a coaching staff or behind the scenes, how have the players taken it upon themselves to really support one of their own at a very, very difficult time for them?
They do that no matter what the incident. And obviously this was they do it on the field, they do it off the field. They are a really tight playing group, and they want to make sure that every one of them are as safe as they possibly can and cared for as often as they can, as long as they can.
Is there anything, you as a player, high-profile player in Perth, sadly, you can be the wrong place, wrong time as an AFL player. Is there anything you said to the squad in terms of being out and about, or it was just wrong place, wrong time?
No, we touch on that every year about making sure that we understand the role of what we have in the community, who we represent, but then on top of that as well, just to be careful no matter where you are. The scenarios that you might face, players are aware of, and hopefully you make the right decision at the right time.
Talking about high-profile people, Charlie Curno's come in, had a little bit of a pre-season with you. What impact do you think he's going to have on you?
He's been great ever since he walked into the door. I think probably the first part is his work ethic and appetite to train at the level he does. For a player that's played a lot of footy, for a player that his toy covers the ground really well. He's connected really well with every player since he's been here. He's enjoyed his time, so that's the first part we wanted to make sure that we could get right. And I think now he's building into our system of the way we want to play, and that was always going to take time, and it'll still take time. But
yeah, he's got a really strong appetite to play his role for the team and perform accordingly.
You talk about that connection with players. How important has he been for Ryan McDonald?
Oh, he's been really good for Logan, for Joel, for Hayden, for Malcolm, for Jesse Detoli, for everyone at the football club. And I think, you know, the certain player he is, he brings an aura around what he can do in the forward line, and they feel that. And now it's about trying to complement each other at the right time. So, yeah, we've got a new look, or we've got obviously some young kids that want to play in our forward line and what we do with the tools. But, you know, Charlie will be one of them that's leading that group.
Perhaps is his calf niggle a worry at this stage of the pre-season?
No, not at the moment. No, so he's sort of doing some decent running sessions. He'll join in some skill work next week. Now it's about just trying to make sure that we get the volume we need into him. And, you know, we've still got 3 intra-club practice matches. We've got 2 against our opposition, and we expect him to be a part of some of them.
I mean, you obviously felt this during the trade period. I know I might be going off early with the season still over a month away, but is Curnow the X factor you needed?
Oh, I think the reason we chased Charlie was because we felt that's what we needed ahead of the ball. And, yeah, at the moment, he's been training really well. So, and that's all we can ask for at the minute. How far and what he does by the end of the season, well, you know, that has a lot of factors to it. You know, what we're doing up the ground, how we can deliver the ball, how we can work with his teammates. So, yeah, but so far it's been really pleasing to see.
This time last year, the skipper, Callum Mills, was training the midfield, looking good, and then obviously had that injury, the plantar fascia, that meant we didn't see him until halfway through the year. We're in a similar position now. He's coming back from injury. He's looking good in training. How hopeful are you that he'll be there for sort of opening round and beyond, and we'll get a full year out of the skipper?
Oh, I hope so. You know, I think, and the part that Callum, he'd done everything up until a sort of a forced injury with a training mishap. So it wasn't something that continually happens. It was one that he was under pressure. So that was the first part. We were, I suppose, if you're dealing with an injury, it happened when it was in a forced circumstance. So that was that. We want him to play a full season. We know how important he is to this football club and what he can do on a football field. So, yeah, he'll be back doing some match play this week and then progressing his minutes. We've taken our time with Callum. He's been raring to go for a few weeks, and we've sort of put the handbrake on a little bit to make sure that there's still plenty of time for him to get some match play in.
Do you see him primarily as that half-back player now, or do you think he can contribute still to the midfield?
At the minute, he'll be playing across half-back. Yeah, so, you know, that's where he'll be doing his training. He also has the flexibility to move up the ground if we need him. So we'll sort of settle him at half-back at the minute. He can drive that backline group, and then if we do need him, it's hopefully an easy one to call upon.
And another guy who's kind of impressed so far this summer has been Jai Sarong. You kind of got him from Hawthorn, fought off a few clubs to land him. How impressive you been with what he's been able to do as he kind of pushes for that opportunity at AFL level that he didn't have last year?
Yeah, we've been watching Jai for all of last year and really impressed and understand the circumstances that he was facing at Hawthorn. So his ability to make sure that he can also play tall and small. He covers the ground really well. He's fitted in extremely well, and now it's just about trying to do the match play and get him to get the cohesion he does with the back line.
Do you have to ask him how our state of origin?
They're going okay. Yeah, it's not far now. It's an exciting time for the AFL to experience a state of origin game. You know, the players, all the ones that I've spoken to and in regular contact with from other clubs, they're extremely excited. They can't wait to get over there. We spend 4 days together before the actual match, so yeah, it'll be a really good opportunity to get them together, make sure that we can play the way we want to play, and also embrace the situation, which is a massive game against the best of the best. So they're really excited about that.
Does Chad get in your ear here though about like plans?
Nah, not at all. Not really. Chad sort of he's just excited to be able to get back there and play with the best players. So yeah, it'll be good for him.
Just back on Curnow, you had to trade 2 pretty popular blokes, and you described it at the time as bittersweet. Is the playing group now cool with that decision about what took place here?
Oh, I think the playing group certainly understand
what AFL football's now becoming. And on top of that, the demands to be able to improve your list and what we had to go through, they were made aware of that. So they're still really close with those players, and they always will be. You know, I had players that got traded and left our football club when I was playing that I was still really close with. So, yeah, where everyone moves on really quickly. The new 3 plus the draftees we've got have been really impressive so far. So, yeah, that's probably the first sign.
And Swans v Carlton, it just had to be.
Yeah, it's always going to be, I think. As soon as that went through, that was coming. We sort of knew that.
You recruited really well on the field, but off the field you've got Simon Goodwin now. How big of an influence has he had?
Yeah, we've been really impressed, as you said, with what the players have done on the field, but also the acquisition of some new members to our coaching team. You know, we've obviously Simon really experienced. He's been one of the great coaches for over a decade and has a lot of wealth of experience and knowledge that I'm tapping into. You know, one thing I'll always say is I'm new in this role. I don't know everything about being a senior coach. So, you know, to be able to bounce ideas off him, certainly over summer was really important whilst you're spending some time away with family, but also the time now we've had over January, it's been invaluable. Jeremy Laidler's been unbelievable since he's been here, and Nick Malcheski, they've all come from really experienced programs in great teams. So, you know, to get their knowledge and experience has been really beneficial for the playing group.
Did you enjoy any time off? We saw you at the cricket. We were at the
Yeah.
Did you enjoy any time off?
Yeah, we had a couple of weeks off over Christmas, so it was certainly after the off season, which you probably realise you don't get a lot of time through that as a senior coach. So yeah, the Christmas break was good to spend time with family. I didn't go anywhere, and to get caught out at times is it's not ideal, but it's part of it.
Has the photo appeared anywhere in HQ?
Yeah, I
here?
sort of put that up first day back. So if you're going to do anything I said to the players, just make sure you tie straight.